which we're going to get into now. So moving on, we're going to the second part of the session, which is the first 30-minute window. So this is between 9:30 and 10, right? So between 9:30 and 10, I have some rules. So if we're trading in a high volume area, I'm only allowed to trade after 9:45. If we're trading in a low volume area, I am not allowed to trade at all between 9:30 and 10, because from the data that I've experienced, and you've probably experienced this too, when you're trading in areas of low volume, here for example, right, the market chops, right? So look at this, for example, right? Let's go to Thursday the 7th of May, right? Look at this chop. This chop lasted probably 3-4 hours. Look at where we were with the volume. Right, the volume here was low. This was a low volume area. It's not a low volume node. Right, you don't want to overcomplicate concepts. So if you're trading at work and you're looking to trade the New York session or even the London session, the last thing you want to do is add more things to your system, add more things to your SOPs. Notice how my SOP pre-market plan had two things: levels and volume. That's all I'm interested in. Levels and volume. That's all you need, right? Nothing else is important. Nothing else is needed. Now from there, what we want to try and understand is we're at an area of high volume. All right. So we basically tick both of our boxes. Tick, tick, right? We've looked at the market profile. We've understood key levels. Now from here, we're in an area of high volume. So the only trade I took was after 9:45, right? So this is where we're now going to go into the bolt breakout blueprint, right? Let's get into it. So what we can see here now, we're going to start breaking down the session. So this is one thing where if you're trading a job or you have some kind of business where you have other things going on and you don't have 100% attention on the charts and you still want to trade and scalp, this is how you do it. You want to break your sessions down into 1 SOPs and 2 30-minute windows, 9:30 to 10, 10 to 10:30, 10:30 to 11, and you want to be done by 10:45/11, right? The best trades will happen before 10:45, right? Or latest 11 o'clock. So let's kind of break this down. So from here we had 9:30 here. This was 9:30 and this was 10 o'clock, right? So 10 o'clock was somewhere around here. This was 10 o'clock. So this is the first session, if you like, right? This is the first 30-minute window. Now, from here, what we can see is a break. We can see a break above our zone. This is step 1. Now, once you've established the break, your job is to then understand we need a retest. And so the SOP that I use here is very simple. Break, right? This is the break. In fact, what I make traders do here at Price Action Labs is I will make them fill out a form, right? So this is the best way to kind of incorporate SOPs into your trading. So if we look here, for example, right, what we're looking at is the bolt breakout blueprint. So there's obviously 4 steps: break, optimal retest, liquidity absorption, and then you pull the trigger. And notice how each of those individual aspects of the system is graded out of 5.